Welcome to the Kopite podcast with your hosts Mick Moran and Jay Pearson.
Hello everybody, we're back with another Kopite special for you. If you don't know by now, I'm Jay, and as always I'm alongside Mick. How you doing, fella? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Really good, buddy. Really good. Well, today we're absolutely honoured to be joined by a German football legend. He's won 3 Bundesliga titles and 2 German Cups, and as well as a European champion with Germany at Euro 96. He was signed by Gerard Houllier in the summer of 2000, and he went on to form a back four that is still talked about as one of the best Liverpool's ever seen. He played a massive part in the side that won an unprecedented treble in 2001, and even helped himself to goals at Goodison Park and won in the UEFA Cup final against Alaves. It is, of course, Markus Babbel. Markus, thank you very much for taking the time to join us today.
Hi, welcome. How are you?
Really good, buddy. Really good. Thank you so much for joining us. And back in Germany after being in Australia and settling back home nicely, I assume.
Yeah, I'm still in isolation. A couple of days to go, and then I can't say back to normal life, because at the moment nothing is normal. But then I can go out of my apartment, and that helps a lot.
That's right. We spoke to Sean Dundee last week, and he was saying the exact same thing. Just in lockdown and just can't wait to get back out again. And obviously, make sure you stay safe as well. So we'll just start right at the beginning of your time at Liverpool. Gerard Houllier signed you in the summer of 2000 on a Bosman, which for us fans was an excellent piece of business given your reputation. Do you remember much of how the move came about, and was it an easy decision to choose Liverpool?
It was an easy decision because I always wanted to play in the Premier League. Germany in this time was a bit different to England, because in England the supporters are very proud about the local guys, and this time in Germany it wasn't different. It was the supporters always loved the new stars, and the local boys they were not so accepted. For us players like Didi Hamann, me, wasn't easy to handle this, because it is not so easy to come from the youth in the first team and bring every time your performance, but no one recognized this. And then after 6 years, I had the feeling I have to change now something. Of course, Bayern Munich is a massive club. Big, not even in Germany, even I think worldwide, a massive club, and but still I said I have to change something. I had the chance to move to Man United. I didn't do it because I didn't have the right feeling, and if I can in talk with Liverpool, all the meetings what we had, I always got a better and better feeling, and then was a very easy decision to say, I want to play for this unbelievable club, traditional club, and in the end, I did everything right.
Absolutely, that was it's a nice bonus for you to turn down Manchester United for us. We appreciate that. I mean, it was a very busy transfer window for the club. I mean, with the likes of Nick Barmby, Christian Ziege, Gary McAllister arriving as well. Was there a sense of this was a very serious team Houllier was putting together, and did you think you could challenge on all 4 fronts?
Yeah, the good thing is, if you play for a club like Bayern Munich, for you it's normal to say, listen, I want to win everything. I want to win the league. I want to win the cups. And so that was my mentality. So for me, it was not a big change to change my attitude, because maybe Liverpool in this time wasn't this big like Man United or Arsenal or the other teams. But for me, it was clear, hey, listen, I think we have a good side. We have talent. Maybe we were not deep enough to battle for the title. But for the cups, and you saw it, it was in every game I went on the pitch. For me, it was clear we beat this opposite side, and to be fair, we had a good year with good success especially in the cups.
I mean, I think you were 28 at the time you arrived at Anfield, and you were like I said before, you arrived with 3 Bundesliga medals, 2 German Cup winners medals, UEFA Cup again. You know, you added a wealth of experience, a relatively young side. But was that the message from Houllier? Because I know it was the message to Gary McAllister to look after like the likes of Steven Gerrard and Danny Murphy from a midfield perspective. Was that the case for yourself and Jamie Carragher?
Yeah, Gerard Houllier, I think he was very important for the whole club because he brought a discipline back. He had a good eye for especially for young players. But I think the mix what we had was really good with the big talents like Stevie G, or Michael wasn't this old in this time. Emil Heskey wasn't this old in this time. Danny Murphy, and then of course the experienced guys with Gary McAllister, with Didi Hamann, Sammy Hüppi, with me. I think the mix was fantastic, and also he always said, hey, because I was talking to him about the English players, and he said, listen, Markus, on the pitch always has to stay 4 or 5 English players. I don't want this like Arsenal was doing, or Chelsea was doing, many foreigners on the pitch, maybe 1 or 2 max English guys. And he always said, no, we have these good local guys, so I let them play, and I try to build around them good foreigners. And and to be fair, it was the right decision.
Yeah. So when you first joined the club, the relationship in the dressing room with like Didi Hamann and Christian Ziege and the German players in the team, was that something that was on your mind when you signed for the club, or did that relationship kind of grow when you joined?
First, I came to the old Melwood, so it was a bit different to Bayern Munich because the changing rooms and the gym wasn't this good, and but I loved it from because it was original football, you know, and then of course it helped me a lot because I couldn't speak a word English if I arrived in England, and then you have to learn Liverpool accents. It's also not so easy. And especially Didi, he helped me a lot, and then of course, then you have to bring your performance, and this is in the beginning, you know, especially the English players, they were a bit skeptic about all the foreigners, but then they saw, okay, he's a guy, he gives 100% for the club, so he's accept now, and because we had also other players, you know, I think we had 12, 13 French-speaking guys, and it wasn't easy many times because they were always in a group. They were not talking to us or to the English guys. So it wasn't easy. Gerard Houllier wasn't happy with these guys as well because he always said, "Hey, if you come to the training ground, it's only English. What you have to talk." And and then I took the teacher. I had many lessons after the training, and and then I improved. And you know, even then I start to play well because I understood more and more, and it was so much easier then for me to perform on the pitch because if you can speak the language, or if you can give commandos, then this is so much easier.
Yeah, and obviously it must have been difficult, like playing alongside the likes of Jamie Carragher, like you touched on the Scouse accent. How difficult was that? It
was really funny because one day in the changing room, Robbie Fowler was talking to Jamie Carragher, and Gary McAllister was sitting opposite to me and is saying to me, "Markus, do you understand the word?" And I said, "No." He said, "Don't worry, me too." So I think that says everything.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, you know, when you look at it, like we said before, you played 60 out of 63 games in the season. Well, you made your debut in a 1-0 win against Bradford at Anfield. What was it like walking out into Anfield for the first time?
Look, Anfield is special. From the first day, from the first game on, I fell totally in love with the stadium, with the supporters, because I was used to play in the Olympic Stadium. You know, the supporters very far away from the pitch, and if it's not a top game, normally it wasn't sold out. It wasn't a top atmosphere because everyone expected that you win the home game. from the first time, I had goosebumps on my arm every home game. Doesn't matter against who. I really loved, especially to play at home, because it was always a fantastic atmosphere, and especially the night games. They're different class to everything.
Oh, yeah, we had quite a few good ones that season as well, which obviously we will come on to as well. But that's your first game. And yeah, your first goal came away at Stoke in an 8-0 battering in the League Cup. I mean, you played that many games. Do you remember much about it? Do you remember much about the game, the goal?
To be fair, not really. Not really. I know every away game or every home game was a really tough game. There was also a big difference to Germany, because in Germany you have teams, you win this game. But in the Premier League, you have to fight for every single point. And there was the biggest difference. Very tough, very brave opposite sides. They were not afraid about to play against Liverpool. They were not afraid to play against Michael Owen, Stevie G, and all the names. And it was so tough and so hard. And there was the biggest difference to Germany, because if you play so many games, what we had to play, and you have to fight every single game. It costs so much power and so much energy. And I think that's what I was saying before. I think then wasn't our squad wasn't deep enough with the quality to handle this, because I think there was Man United in this time, Arsenal. They were a bit stronger than us.
So if we fast forward a little bit to the League Cup final in February 2001, Liverpool hadn't won a trophy for, I think, 6 years at the time. And did you guys feel the pressure going into that League Cup final against Birmingham? Because obviously as fans, we were really wanting a trophy. And although the final couldn't have gone a lot smoother, it's safe to say, I think our hearts were up and down. But did you guys feel the pressure as much as us fans were wanting it?
If you're in a final, of course there is always pressure there. It doesn't matter against who you play, because if you're in a final, you want to win this final. Because I tell you, it's a really, really bad feeling if you not win a final. And it doesn't matter if you play Birmingham or Arsenal London or Alaves. This doesn't matter, because if you're in the final, you give everything to win the final, because no one wants to have this feeling if you go as loser from the pitch. And but of course, if you play as Liverpool against Birmingham, then everyone expects that you win, and this is a lot of pressure. Or if you play with Liverpool against Alaves, everyone expects that you win. But you saw the finals. It wasn't easy games, but in the end, we got the cup.
Yeah, we got there in the end. It must have been nice picking up your first piece of silverware as a Liverpool player so early.
Yeah, of course. This is especially after a long time. Liverpool wasn't winning for a longer period a trophy, and then of course it's something special. But even if you win the year before a trophy, it's always special to play, especially finals. It's a bit different to a league, because this is one game. Everything can happen. And if you fight for this 90 minutes or 120 with penalty, whatever, then, and if you win this cup, then this is a special feeling. And I had the luck. I got some trophies. I had this luck to win finals. And then, of course, if you change from a foreigner country to England, of course, it wasn't in the beginning wasn't easy for me to settle down, and it takes a bit time to bring your best performance. But if you stay in the end on the pitch, and you do you give everything for the success, and if you can have the trophy, then it's a brilliant feeling, unbelievable.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, moving on to one of your other great goals in a 3-2 win over Everton, one of the best derbies I can remember. The Gary Mack derby, obviously at the 90th minute, and Gary Mack steps up and curls that free kick. Must have been an amazing feeling. And obviously you got a goal that game. What do you remember about that game, and how much did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I played a couple of derbies, but I never saw a 7 or 6 years old kid shouting me with really, really bad words if I walked out for a throw in. And there was a big surprise for me, to be fair. But and yeah, they had a tough team. Not easy to play against them. Strong fellas, big fellas. You know, Duncan Ferguson as example it's not easy to play against him because he also Derby. I was thinking he's totally mad because he did so many fouls and wasn't. Yeah, he was trying to hurt us and everything. And then, of course, if you can win this game, then it's a special moment because you know how important it is for this, especially for the supporters. And then if you can score in a game like this, even better because I don't know why. I saw this situation a couple of weeks ago, this goal. I think tactically I did everything wrong what you can do wrong, and but I could score, so it was fantastic because most of my goals was with the head, and if you can score a goal with your feet, then it's a special feeling, of course.
It was because it was mad. I mean, I can't remember, I think I was about 16 at the time. I didn't know the game, but when I was watching it on the TV, it was on a counter attack, and Robbie Fowler's down the left-hand side, and the ball is trickling across, and the camera pans, and you just appear out of nowhere. Like, what is Babbel doing there? And he's in the corner. It was absolutely brilliant.
Exactly in this moment, I think on the halfway, I was thinking exactly the same. What the hell are you doing? And I say, come on, now you're over the half line. Come on, let's go. Try to run till to the end. Maybe you get the ball, but I wasn't expecting the ball. And then came the ball, and I only said, hey, try to hit him correctly with technique. And to be fair, wasn't this bad.
Oh, it wasn't bad at all. Nice little outside of the foot. It was really, really good. I mean, that was it. If you score an Merseyside derby, your name just goes straight up to the top of the list, mate. So fair play to you for doing that. Yeah, so it was quite an eventful time for the club, obviously after the Gary Mack derby, and just beforehand we'd had a UEFA Cup quarter-final tie. Marcus, if I mention the name Jose Maria Garcia Aranda to you, does that bring back any memories against Roma?
Oh, now you will say the home game against Roma. Yeah, I think we had the luck on our side in this game, definitely, because for me it was a clear penalty for Roma, and what a strong side. We beat them away from home, but at home they were so strong, unbelievable side. But with a lot of luck, we came in the next stage, and also in the first game was a German referee, and I remember. Still to the beginning, it was a really bad foul from Christian Ziege, and in Germany normally is a red card, and so we had luck. He only showed him a yellow card. So in both games with the referees, they were on our side, definitely.
Well, I'll just set the scene for people who don't know. UEFA Cup quarter-final tie against Roma. The first leg we won 2-0. Michael Owen scored 2 over in Italy, and gave us a great advantage going into the second leg. Second leg at Anfield a week later, Roma scored in the second half to make it 2-1 in aggregate to Liverpool. So Roma needing a second goal, wave after wave of attack, and within 10 minutes of them getting the first goal, cross comes in from the left-hand side, hits you on the arm. The referee blows his whistle and points to the spot. Obviously, from a Liverpool perspective, we're all devastated. But then within 10 to 15 seconds, he changes his mind and starts walking to the corner flag and points to the corner flag and gives a corner. Marcus, give a short version of events. What was going through your mind?
This is... I'm still not happy with this rule because this is so difficult because... He was crossing. He hit my arm. It wasn't that my arm went to the ball. This is a very, very difficult rule. Also for the referees, very difficult. But I can remember. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was before or after. There was also a foul in the penalty box, and and he said, no, it's not. He is diving, and so in this game we had so much luck, and we can lose easily 2-3-0 because in this game they were so much better. And trust me, there was one of the toughest games I ever played because I had the feeling the time is not going out. I don't know how long we have to play, but it was still only 90 minutes. But from the feeling, I was thinking, oh my God, because one wave to another wave came on our box, and we had only to defend. We couldn't play our style of football because Roma was so dominant and so strong. And there was the longest game I ever played in my head.
Well, like you said at the beginning, mate, at least we got the right result on our side. But well, sticking with the UEFA Cup, we'll just move on to the semis there against Barcelona. How much of a big tie was that for yourself? Because you had a really good record at the new camp, if I remember rightly, and you know the likes of Guardiola, Rivaldo, and Kluivert coming to Anfield for a big European night. Did you feel that in the second leg?
Yes, Barcelona is always a good side for me. I think I never lost against them. So for me, I was very confident that we can beat them because I never lost against them. And of course, there was a fantastic side. But and then you come in a way, and you come in a belief that hey, everything is possible. And of course, it's a big name, it's a big side. But hey, we are Liverpool, and we are also strong, and this is and I think we were physically stronger than them, and if you can, because Barcelona always wants to play. They play a really beautiful style of football, but if they have to play against a tough team like dogs, what we were in this time, then they have big problems, and exactly this has happened, and for me, it was clear we have a massive chance to come in the final, and it's perfect. We got it.
Yeah, and obviously before that final in Dortmund, I think it was 3 days earlier, we played in the FA Cup final. Obviously, we rode our luck at times in the Michael Owen final, as it's called. As it's the 19-year anniversary this week of that game, how much do you remember about it? Obviously, it must be one of the greatest games you must have played in. It was amazing to watch.
Absolutely, it was. I think it was the first FA Cup final in Cardiff, because Wembley wasn't open, and Cardiff was unbelievable. It was so beautiful stadium, and then you walk out. Half people are Liverpool supporters, the half one Arsenal. And to be fair, Arsenal had a fantastic side in this time, not compared to now. It was a really, really strong side with Thierry Henry and Pires and Ljungberg and all the names. And to be fair, we had no chance. So they were really dominating us. We were a lot of defending. We couldn't create many chances, just a couple, but Sander Westerwald had a fantastic game. Sami Hyypiä was fantastic. Carragher. So we defend really well, and we were only 1-0 down. And then I think it was a corner. The ball get up in the air, and I only saw that Tony Adams is coming. I said, "Oh, I have to jump this bit earlier than him." And I did it. The ball fell on my head straight to Michael, and he scored the equalizer. And I was only thinking, oh my God, not overtime, because on this day it was so hot in Cardiff. It was not easy to play this game. And then I don't know what they did, but if you put, I think it was Martin Keown against Michael Owen, only 1 against 1 in the back. Very stupid from Arsenal. We had luck. Patrick Berger recognized this long ball to Michael. He was running alone in front of the goal, and Michael is a top goal scorer. So it was clear that he can score, and he did it. Unbelievable. I don't know how, but we won it.
Yeah, and like you said before, Marcus, we did ride our luck at times. I mean, Stefan Hornschou had a good game with his elbows as well. which is really funny.
Yeah, if you play like strikers like Tyrion, he was one of the best in this time, and you can't play only what the rules are allowed. Sometimes you have to do something different to bring him out of his focus, because he was then quite angry because he was more shouting with the referee than concentrate on the game. And that was fantastic from Stefan, that he always went quite hard on him. Not that he did bad fouls, but he was always pulling his shirt with the elbow a little bit, working, and all in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. And he was not this concentrated than usual.
Yeah, certainly. And winning the FA Cup, obviously you'd won the German Cup as well. I mean, was it obviously an ambition coming to England to win the FA Cup, with it being our biggest cup competition in England?
Yeah, it was a strange feeling, to be fair, because if you win the FA Cup, and even in Germany, everyone knows the FA Cup, the oldest, biggest trophy in England, what you can win. We got it, and you can't celebrate because 3 days later is the UEFA Cup final, and that was a really strange feeling. And then you go to Germany. It was also for us Germans, it was a special game because we played in Dortmund, fantastic stadium as well. Family is there, friends are there, and there was a special game, especially for us. I think for the English guys as well, because this is a European Cup final. But if you then play in your hometown, in your home city, then it's a different class as well. And of course, Alaves, strong side, Mamma Mia. Not this biggest name, but fantastic players in this time playing for them, and I think one of the best European Cup finals ever.
So, I mean, you've just summed it up perfectly there for the UEFA Cup final, but we'll focus on that now. And I'll be honest, going into it, I didn't know who Alaves were. I just knew that they had Jordi Cruyff and Javi Moreno, and I thought it was going to be a bit of a walkover. And then after 4 minutes, you pop up with a goal, nice little headed goal, settled really well. And then I thought, it's going to be a bit of a breeze. We go into half time, 3-1 up, and you just never know in football. Never know. And tell us about your memories of that game. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was a perfect opener. Maybe a bit too early because it was a long time to go. But of course, if you can score a goal in a final, this is always special. And for me, it wasn't usual that I score a goal because I'm a defender. So special moment. That's what I said before. If you can score in front of your family, friends, a goal in a final, this is of course special.
Definitely, and we were going into half time. We were in a commanding lead. We're going 3-1, and you think this is going to be dead easy. Gerrard scores, McAllister scores. We do concede one. What was your thought at half time? I mean, was you thinking, we've got this, boys?
To be fair, we started fantastic, but I always had the feeling, oh my God, they are really good. So they are dangerous. And that was my feeling. So what's going on? They are good, but 1-0 up, 2-0 up. I couldn't believe it. But after 20 minutes, they came back in the game. And it was a really strange game because we had 10 minutes, then they had 10 minutes, then we had 10 minutes, then they had 10 minutes. There was always, even for us players, was a really strange situation because all the time, if I had the feeling, so now we have the game in our hand, the game changed, and they had the game in their hand, and we were struggling, and then I was thinking, oh my God, then we came back, and it was a really weird game for us players as well.
That's it, and another cup final where Liverpool just don't do it easy. It was brilliant. But Javi Moreno played really well, and he was such a fantastic player. And did you know we'd won it once the golden goal had gone in? Because a lot of the lads say that they didn't realise it was a golden goal, and they think they're running away celebrating a goal, and all right, we've won it. They didn't think, shit, we still need to carry on.
Yeah, there was. I had the experience before '96 in the European Cup final. I had this experience. Yeah, if you win, it's a fantastic feeling. If you lose, oh my God, totally disaster. But that was clear. Even if we play till to the end, for me was clear. Now we win this game because I think they had 1 or 2 red cards, and and you could see from the body language they were down. And for me was clear. Even if we had to play the full game, we will win this game. And in the end, I think we deserved it a little bit more than them.
So yeah, I mean, we finished the season with 3 trophies and a Champions League place, which is obviously that was the main target at the beginning of the season. But how was the celebrations afterwards? Finally, did you party hard after achieving more than anything what we ever dreamed of? Have you got any funny stories to tell us?
Yeah, there was another strange feeling. You know, you win the European Cup, you can't celebrate because 3 days later you play an important game against Charlton. Yeah, to be fair, if we played against Charlton, to be fair, I have no idea how we can win this game because I said to Didi, "Hey, how do you feel?" And he said, "Oh my God, I'm so tired," and me as well. I was so tired. I had the feeling there's only my body on the pitch, but my head is still in the changing room because we were so tired. And I don't know how we won 3-0. And to be fair, after this game, fantastic body.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Any funny stories? What happened? Anything interesting that you could tell?
The funny thing for me was, you know, we had nothing to drink in the coach. We went out from the stadium. 2 minutes. There was a Tesco shop, and all the staff walked in. I said, "What are they doing?" And then they came with the beer out, and I said, "Oh, now is a good home drive. Is it? I think 5.5 hours back to Liverpool." And it was really funny in the coach.
Right. And yeah, and on behalf of Liverpool fans, thank you very much for giving us those memories. It was absolutely brilliant. I know me and Mick have had the conversation in the past where we just hold the treble so much to our hearts for it, and I'm sure it's the same for yourself. Yeah,
absolutely. To win trophies with a club like Liverpool, this is special because this club is special. This is not a normal club. Everyone is asking me, why? What do you think about Liverpool? I say, listen, this is different to Arsenal, to Man United, to Chelsea. This club is special because they have so much passion. I haven't seen this before. So many strategies as well, and so many success as well. And now you see with this season, you know, you're 20 points clear. Everything is clear. You win after 30 years the title, and now Corona comes. You know, this is only can happen to Liverpool, to no one else. This is unbelievable. But this is also a reason why this club is so special.
Your Liverpool career was unfairly halted in late 2001 when you were diagnosed with Guillain-Barré Syndrome. And that it's such a terrible disease. And how did your life change from that moment?
This is it was a really tough period because the biggest problem what I had, no one could tell you how long it takes. You know, if you have ACL, okay, 6-7 months you're out, or this injury, okay, 4 months out. But with this illness, no one could tell me, how long it takes. And then of course, if you are normally by 100%, you're a top professional footballer. You played 60 from 63 games, and then you come to 0. That was a strange feeling. Even I had to learn to walk again. You know, I couldn't walk, and it was definitely a very, very strange situation for me. Especially for my parents, you know, for my friends, because they didn't see me like this before. I lost more than 10 kilos. By 1.90 m, 72 kilos. This is not a lot, you know. You look not healthy. And then I start training, and of course you always say, you learn something from a period like this. In the end, you come back to your normal life. I'm not thinking a lot about this illness. I had this experience, and this is part of my life. I always can say, okay, I had this, and I still came back to play professional football. Not 100% anymore, but 90% I got it. And for me, the saddest thing about this situation was that I only played 1 year for Liverpool. I loved this club. I wanted to play so much more games for this special club, but I couldn't do it anymore. And this is the only sad thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mainly the main thing was you made the recovery, and obviously you did it at such a fast rate, and obviously you continued to play football, which was the main thing for me. Even though you did end up going out on loan to Blackburn. Obviously, we signed Steve Finnan. Was you just happy to be back playing football rather than thinking that your time at Liverpool was coming to an end?
Yeah, this was a bit sad because I had an argument with Gerard Houllier, and then he wasn't happy with me anymore. So he brought me, or he took me out of the squad, and then was clear that I have to change something. Then I went to Blackburn, and if you normally play for teams like Bayern Munich, Liverpool, it was very difficult to play in Blackburn because it was a totally different style of football, and we were struggling. We were always in the bottom half, and it wasn't easy for me. And then make the decision. For me, was clear: if I want to come really good back again, then I have to go back to Germany. And then I had the luck to sign for VfB Stuttgart. And if in the last season before I retired, we won the league with VfB Stuttgart, and this is not usual. Normally Bayern Munich or Dortmund is winning the league, and if you can win a league with VfB Stuttgart, seriously, there was the spot on the eye. Last game, after this, I retire. I start as a coach, and it was a fantastic end for me.
Yeah, how was the transition for you in terms of going from player to coach? Did you find that an easy thing?
Yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah, I had the luck because Stuttgart said, "Listen, we want to keep you in our club because we can imagine that you can start a career as a coach." Then I was assistant, and of course it's important to see over the shoulder what's going on in the coaching changing room, because as a player you're just thinking for yourself. You try to bring your best performance what you can. If you do mistakes, it's never your fault; it's always the coach's fault. And now you see this from the other side, and it's just, I love this game. I love this game. I love this sport, and that was for me clear. I want to stay in this business, and and then for me it was very early clear that after the career I want to start as a coach, and of course it's not always easy as a coach, because that's what I said before. You have 20 individuals, and everyone thinks he's the next Messi, and this is not always easy to handle this.
So you've just touched on your career there, and obviously you've managed in Australia. Obviously Robbie Fowler is now managing Brisbane Roar in the A-League. I think he's doing a good job so far. Have you spoke to him before he went? Have you spoke to him since?
We were talking under the season. We were calling us a couple of times. Robbie is doing a fantastic job in Brisbane, but also now Corona. And to be fair, still I'm back from Australia. I haven't called him, but it's always fantastic to see the old lads. This is not even if we call us every 2-3 months. This is always we have this bound. We want something together, and it always keep us together. And also, if I was working in Switzerland, Semi Hüppier was there. So we were talking about the old stories. So you always see them. Didi Hamann, I saw him last week. Also via Skype, he's working for Sky in Germany, and we had a conversation. And it's always great to see these guys, and because we have this special bond. Because we were in a fantastic time playing for Liverpool, and we had the luck to win trophies. And that's the people always will remember this.
So, Markus, just a couple of last questions before you go, because obviously I know you're busy trying to settle into your new house, but we've got a squad number show on our YouTube channel where we focus on the squad numbers of every player in the Premier League for Liverpool. And is there any reason you chose the number 6? I mean, have you got an affinity to that number, or was it just that was the one that was available?
Not really. There was. I always wanted to have a number from 1 to 11. I'm a little bit old-fashioned. There was the team who is starting. That was the reason I always wanted to have a number between these numbers, and the 6 was the only one who was free, and I took the 6.
And we just want to talk about the current team. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp is doing a fantastic job with the squad right now, and we're on the brink of something special. And we've already won the Champions League, and it just seems that Klopp and Liverpool are just a perfect match, aren't they?
He's doing an amazing job. But it's not a big surprise for me, because he was also fantastic he started in Mainz. He was working 4 years in Mainz, then 7 years in Dortmund. And if you watch all the others, more than 1.5 years, normally they're not working for a club. And he 4 years, 7 years, and I think he will stay in Liverpool till he is saying, I don't want to do this anymore, because I can't reach anything anymore, because they're on the way to, I really believe, one of the best clubs in the world, because so many players want to come now to Liverpool. They want to be part of this fantastic club. And if you see them playing, that's amazing.
I just got to ask you, Markus, as well, about, obviously you played right back from your whole career. What do you make about Trent? Like Trent's progress? How much do you rate him?
Different class to me. He's so fantastic to watch him. But also opposite side with Robertson. Both are so fantastic young players, so big talents, and what they are doing at the moment, this is unreal. They play on a different level, and it's so fantastic to watch them. And that's what I said. We also played every 3 days, but I never had the feeling with these guys that they are tired, because they're going up and down, and technically strong, really, really good ideas, seeing things on the pitch. That's amazing. And that's what I mean. They have also a really good mix between young ones and older ones. Also Liverpool guys, also important for this club. And so they have a massive chance now to one of the best teams in the world, because Barcelona is struggling. Real Madrid, you don't know, they look like or they're quite old now, because many players over 30, so there will come a different break. To be fair, Bayern Munich will also be strong, but Liverpool has a massive chance.
Definitely.
Yeah, and just final question, Markus, before we let you go. If you could pick your ultimate 5-a-side team with players that you've played alongside, who would you pick?
Yeah. I would take
not just Liverpool players. You can have anybody you've ever played with.
Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, Semi Hüppier was for me one of the best centre backs I ever saw in my career. Unbelievable. Stefan Effenberg, what a leader, fantastic leader. Striker, many good strikers, mamma mia. But in the end, I would take Giovanni Elba.
Yeah.
Also fantastic genius in the box. Roy Keane. No, I'm joking. Sorry. Oliver Kahn in goal. Oliver Kahn, unbelievable. And I need a tough guy. Jamie Carragher.
Good shout. Yeah, I mean that back four that you played against, like I said at the beginning of the show, is still revered as one of the best back fours and back fives, including Sander Westerveld, that we've ever had. And, you know, Marcus, you were definitely in a lot of footballers, all-time Premier League 11s at right back for a lot of people's choice over the years. So, yeah, it's such a good five-a-side that, Mick. It could be
Don't think you can beat that. Jesus. Effenberg, Jesus, world class.
No, I had the luck to play with many good players together, and this is always difficult to say who was the best or we did, because if you play for Liverpool, if you play for Bayern Munich, there is no one there who can't play football. You know, they're all good. So now it's just a taste which kind of players you prefer, and that's it, because they're all players who can play on a really high level. Yeah, this is a team now who can win trophies, big trophies, you know. And it was so important that they won the Champions League final, because you know, if you win a trophy like the Champions League, then is everything possible. And if you see them this season, how they play in the league, this is not normal. This is so fantastic, and and really sad for Jürgen Klopp and the guys that now came Corona. I don't know if they can start again the league, or they say, okay, you're so many points in front, you got the title, but this is not the same than if you would stay on the pitch with your crowds. You want to celebrate with your crowds, you know. This is of course, after 30 years, it's beautiful. Even if, but come on, this is so tough for the guys to don't get this feeling, because the city is so long waiting for this trophy, and now you got it and you can't celebrate. This is really shameful.
Well, like I said, it'll happen eventually, mate. We will get there. But Marcus, listen, we could talk to you all day. We really could. It would be if we could.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for everything you did for Liverpool in that season, winning 3 trophies for us, and playing your heart out. You never Liverpool, mate.
Thank you very much for having me, and stay healthy, yeah?
You too, buddy. All the best to you and Tina, mate. Take care.
Thank you very much. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Go,